All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I wanted to check out this video, and I have for about a week now. This one is from Alan Simulations. Yes, we're doing a simulation again, guys. I just feel like kicking. I'm still really, really sick. So, honestly, I just want to kick back and watch some fun hypotheticals and see what this is. I swapped Jordan and Kobe's careers, and I gotta say, this has got to be interesting because we're gonna see Michael Jordan get drafted to a Lakers team with Shaquille O'Neal, and also the irony is he's gonna have the same coach as he used to with Phil Jackson, so it should be a good time. And then on the flip side, it's gonna be curious to see what Kobe does in the 80s with that Bulls team, and see as the rosters improve year after year, if he's able to reach that same success in the simulation, of course, as Michael Jordan did. Anyways, I can tell I'm slow talking, rambling here, so let's get right into it, you guys. It's going to be a long one anyways. Giggity. The Allen Simulations video I'm reacting to right here, I'm going to link it down in the description. Highly recommend this channel if you're into simulations. This channel and then the Med channel are like the two heavy hitters in this game on YouTube, and I think they both do a great job. So link is down below, guys. You'll see a list of channel members. Shout out to channel members. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back to 2 videos a day really soon, I promise, but for now this is the best I can do. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all patience, and guys, I don't know what bug I came down with, but my god, this is the most sick I've been in like probably since like 2021. Anyways, guys, let's do this. Like the vid if you could, hit that hype button if you can as well, and all those things help out a lot. Let's get right into it. Let's have a good time. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Let's have some laughs.
Michael Jordan, along with Kobe Bryant, and completely swapped their careers. Meaning in 1996, Jordan will enter the NBA to team up with a prime Shaquille O'Neal on the Lakers, as he prepares to spend his entire career in LA, but there was one issue. His legacy would be put to the test, as the comparisons undoubtedly put him in Kobe Bryant's shadow, who at this point has been a Chicago Bull for over a decade, teaming up with the same superstars that Mike had backing him in real life. And in a moment, we'll see just how many championships Kobe won in MJ's shoes, which will set expectations for Jordan's own career on how many rings he needs to win if he ever hopes to be in the GOAT debate.
All right, this is gonna be
with
good.
that said, we now head back to the 1985 season, where a rookie Kobe is taking the court for the first time, putting up over 20 points a night to go along with 3 boards and 4 assists as only a rookie, which had the Bulls organization stoked for the future of this franchise.
Yeah, this situation would be much better for Kobe in the beginning because he actually gets to play, because the team is kind of trash. But the Lakers team that he got drafted to, he didn't get to play. not for those first couple of years, because it was actually a really solid team.
But there was a big emphasis on the future as Chicago struggled early in Kobe's career.
Ooh, okay, so they did not have a good year. They were better off with Jordan in the real life thing, because he actually made the playoffs.
And while the Bulls would eventually make it to the playoffs, backed by over 26 points a night by Bryant in just his 3rd year in the league, it would only be a short-lived run, facing the Boston Celtics in round 2, who with Larry Bird at the helm, would promptly send Kobe and the Bulls packing just as fast as they got here.
Wow, okay, so he missed the playoffs the first 2 seasons. Not surprised getting swept by the Celtics. Nothing you could say about that. 4th seed though, huh? So they went from missing it twice to being the 4th seed.
Following the sweep, the Mamba was finally getting some help.
Scottie Pippen around a screen by Williams. Pippen with a gorgeous
nice play.
Sensational!
Pippen would be the missing piece
Pippen
of
was
the
not
puzzle to
that
spark
buff
the
at
Bulls
that point.
dynasty in real life. And while one day he could be vital to the Bulls' success in multiple finals runs, for now he was just another rookie
my
for the
sons.
veteran Boston Celtics to take advantage of. Because as the Bulls faced them again in round 1 of the playoffs, not much seemed to change, with Larry Bird outclassing Kobe, winning the best of 5 first-round series easily. Yet Kobe would take this challenge as an opportunity to improve.
You know, an experience that I'm going through now, and I think that I'm going through right now is going to help me in the long run.
Last game of the
At the
season.
end of year 5, Bryant was being crowned as the MVP, closing out by far his best season of his career to date, but I still had some doubts. Kobe finally earns his first MVP 1 season later than Mike did in real.
59.4% field goals, 45% from the 3. Damn, dude. All right. Outside of that, like, very similar numbers to MJ at this point.
Life, great season though, definitely deserved it, but the question still stands: can he get anything done in the postseason? Because while the MVP would lead the Bulls past the Atlanta Hawks in round 1 and then go on to face the
3 beats to
Cavaliers in the
6.
second round as favorites to win, where they'd advance to their deepest playoff run yet,
3
it
beats
would
7.
ultimately
Sorry,
result in
Cavs.
a battle against Detroit. And while this version of the Bulls with Bryant over MJ would be far more competitive in this matchup, even with Kobe playing some of the best basketball ever seen, it wouldn't be enough to beat Detroit just yet.
That's
as
fitting.
The Pistons outlast the Bulls in 7 games to advance to the finals.
That's fitting. This is championship Pistons. Kobe, 46 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He didn't do much on the defensive end, it looks like, at least stat-wise. Only 1 turnover. Shot great.
Definitely a tough one for Bryant. 46 points in a Game 7 loss, but I can guarantee you this is not the last we see of him. He's gonna get over that hump very soon. And that would actually happen faster than anticipated, as in the very next season, Kobe was winning a second straight MVP award, this time cracking well over the 30 points per game mark, and his exceptional play would show in the team's success, landing their best record in the Bulls franchise history.
Damn.
And this winning was no fluke, because in round 1 playing the Pistons, they proved themselves by crushing a team that beat them last season, and they wouldn't stop there.
Wow. Because in real life, that was the second championship by the Pistons, 89-90. Here they were a 7 seed. Maybe there were some injuries or something going on.
Also beating on the New York Knicks, which would be more competitive, but the Bulls would still come out on top
Dang.
to make it right back to the conference finals, this time against Barkley
Chuck.
and the Sixers. Chuck was one of the top players around the association, as he was already in top 3 for MVP voting, but unfortunately for Philly, the Bulls had the clear-cut number 1 MVP voting for 2 years straight, and Bryant was proving his time was now, only giving up 1 game on the road to the Sixers, but otherwise swiftly overcoming this hurdle, winning his first Eastern Conference title of his career. But don't count Barkley out just yet, because to foreshadow a bit, in the future he'll push the Bulls to the brink of elimination, forcing them to a...
Oh, can I get redemption? No, 2K hates the Suns. Well, reality hates the Suns too, so it's kind of accurate. But no matter how you stack the deck on a 2K simulation, the Suns don't win a championship. I don't know what kind of nonsense this is.
Crucial Game 7.
I feel targeted.
Although for now, Kobe is preparing for his first finals appearance, a year earlier than Jordan in real life, and the only thing in his way of his first ring would be the Predator in Utah. And despite his questionable morals, Malone was without a doubt one of the best players in basketball
This is
right
8
now.
years
and
early.
if you pair him alongside an elite playmaker like John Stockton, it would be no surprise that they'd make the first strike in the series, securing a 1-0 advantage, which wouldn't last long, as the Bulls retaliate with a counter of their own, winning the next game before the trend would continue, with Utah winning Game 3, only for Bryant to lead his group in Game 4, tying everything back up as these two teams looked evenly matched. But as the series shifts to a pivotal Game 5, the expectations of these finals would change drastically. In potentially the biggest game of his NBA career so far, the MVP was showing out when it mattered the most, letting off a scoring barrage to conclude the first blow win of the series, which would give them all the momentum moving into Game 6, where a full team effort would lead the Bulls all the way to completing their goals. Winning Chicago's first ever NBA championship, but more importantly, cementing Kobe Bryant's spot in the league, already winning a ring before the Bulls have even reached their peak potential, which could be bad news for Jordan, who one day will have the task of trying to live up to these huge accomplishments. And if Kobe does better than MJ, conversations may need to be had.
Wait, what was this? What was this missed high five by MJ?
Huge accomplishments. And if Kobe does better than MJ, conversations may need to be had.
Whoops.
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here.
Again?
You'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as
Benny
they go up
the
against
Bull.
the Portland Trailblazers.
And as Kobe wins a third straight MVP while making
Hey, remember back in the day when I did a Benny the Bull reaction, like a compilation of his funniest bits? That was good times.
another finals, it was starting to look like this era would be a breeze.
First guy
for the
since
Mamba.
Bird to do it.
Further backed by a game one against the Blazers, who seemed to be completely out of their league. Bryant was on fire and doing whatever he wanted on the court. But as they go up 1-0, they may have gotten overconfident, because not only would Clyde Drexler come out with a huge performance of his own in game 2, outclassing Kobe for the win, but then in games 3 and 4 back at home, Portland would secure a massive advantage in the series, sweeping the rug from under the defending champs to take a 3-1 series lead, which would be a hole the Bulls couldn't claw out of, because regardless of Kobe having one of the best games of the year to attempt to keep his team's season alive, the Blazers were simply outplaying the rest of the Bulls roster, keeping that momentum from the last 3 wins to ultimately devastate the Bulls organization, concluding these finals as champions after 5 games.
So it's 1 year earlier than it was supposed to happen, and the Portland Trailblazers got the best. Congrats, Portland. You finally got one after Bill Walton.
Putting a stain on Bryant's legacy, no longer able to go undefeated in the finals, but our star would still have his chin up going forward.
No, we're fine. I think we have to do is continue to work. I mean, that's really the key. It's important for us to understand that, to work hard, and come back next year ready to go.
Luckily, it wouldn't take long before the Bulls had a chance for redemption. After a remarkable 4th straight MVP, Kobe would find himself in his 3rd finals in a row. And while the local
that is one thing about 2K, they don't have like voters fatigue, so you can win MVP 10 years in a row or Defensive Player of the Year 10 years in a row.
of Utah were terrified of Malone, the Bulls were not, fueled by the desire to make up for last year's shortcomings as they reclaim their spot amongst the top of the NBA, winning Kobe's 2nd championship, putting him back on pace of Jordan, but we've yet to see just how long that may last. Because in 1993...
All right, put your votes in. Put your votes in before I say it. Go on. Who's going to win this? Is Phoenix going to actually win a championship here? Are they going to actually do it? I'm voting hell no.
Kobe's streak of 4 straight MVPs was coming to an end, as Charles Barkley on the Suns would be taking that honor this season. And if you remember, earlier alluded to, Barkley was pushing Kobe to the very brink, which would be this season in the finals, after a long, hard-fought 6 games.
Why BJ Garden Charles Barkley?
The back and forth play, everything would be knotted up for one finale, putting immense pressure on Bryant to perform here, at risk of not only having 2 final losses in the books, but also faced by a reality where he goes into his first retirement without 3 rings. And with Jordan only a couple of seasons away from his NBA debut, the stakes couldn't be higher. So after 4 quarters of both sides clashing back and forth in the last game of the year, we would see if Bryant can live up to the lofty expectations, as he has an opportunity to create an iconic moment in NBA history. Kobe finds himself in a Game 7.
Oh, crap. 2 minutes left. Suns up by 1. Come on, man. Contain Kobe.
Something Michael and the Bulls never experienced in the finals in real life, but we'll see how Bryant responds. True. Down by 1, 2 minutes left in the game. Marley on him. He's trying to get open. Pull up deep 3. That's a bomb from Kobe Bean Bryant. Unbelievable. The 2-point edge now for Chicago. Kevin Johnson with the ball on the other end. Phoenix trying to respond. The tough shot from the MVP.
Offensive board.
He gets his own rebound. His putback
there you go,
ties
Chuck.
it. That was an unbelievable shot from Kobe Bryant. He's going to try again now. Another isolation versus Marley. A minute and a half. Tied ball game now.
There you go. Good defense.
Kobe
good defense.
Driving to the paint. Going in the post. A
There
very
you go. Good
difficult
rebound.
layup. I'm not sure about
Thunderdam
that
Deluxe.
shot.
Let's go.
Marley's able to get the rebound. Phoenix now, 90 seconds left in the game, looking for a chance to take the lead right back themselves. We have Charles Barkley. This time, Scottie Pippen on him, the much better defensive choice. Barkley to drive, nowhere to go. Pippen is there. Barkley's off.
Crap.
Scottie snags the rebound out of the air. They go to Kobe Bryant on the break. Kobe, half spin, driving to the paint. It's crowded, but Kobe's finding a way. A series of fakes. Kobe forcing it. Kobe
come
makes it
on,
look
man.
easy in the paint. 60 seconds left in his ball
Yo,
game.
Charles,
Kevin Johnson
Charles Barkley is quick in this.
with it. Charles
Look at
Barkley
him.
is trying everything he can to get open. Down low in the
Get
paint.
it.
This time against Grant. Barkley forces when it's off. Kobe to rebound. They have an opportunity to take a major lead, a 2-possession lead here.
No,
if
man.
they can score. Kobe with the MVP.
Come
Barkley
on.
on him. Kobe to spin move. 1-on-1. Kobe forcing deep into the paint. He maintains his position
What?
with great footwork.
Oh, wide open.
Wide open. Scottie blows the shot. The wide open shot.
Yep.
Jeff Hornacek with it. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Kevin Johnson.
Take it.
Slowing things down. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Kevin Johnson driving in on BJ Armstrong. The great defense of Armstrong. Johnson draws the foul. Pippen might have blew the shot, and the Bulls could not get a stop, but there's still 16 and a half seconds left in the game. With Kobe being
Wait. Okay. KJ hits both free throws.
Bulls could not get a stop, but there's still 16 and a half seconds left in the game. With Kobe Bean Bryant on the court in a tie basketball game, a Game 7 opportunity to solidify his legacy. You don't get many chances like this in one NBA career. A chance to win it. 5 seconds left. The ISO, the step back, pump fake.
Oh, crap, that's
Marley
in.
for the win.
That's in.
Kobe Bryant delivers.
Oh, come on.
What a shot by the Mom, but you have to get a stop here. One stop and you're NBA champions for the third time in 4 years.
Get it in.
Phoenix inbounds it. Johnson for the tie.
Are you kidding
It's
me?
off. Chicago.
Are you kidding me? Why? Even in fairy tale land, why can't I have one moment as a Suns fan? Just one moment.
Five's a thriller.
Come on.
And in one of the most thrilling finishes of all time.
No sympathy for a sick man? What the hell is Tony Kukoc doing in there? It's 1993. Oh, well, he did get drafted. So I guess instead of staying in Croatia, he came early just to beat my damn Suns.
Bryant wins his
Thanks,
third
Tony.
championship. And even if he hadn't gotten a three-peat, he'd instead have the greatest shot in NBA history under his resume.
Yeah, and he's still right on track with MJ with 3.
And just as it looked like we could be seeing the
93.
greatest peak in sports history, Bryant was shocking the world. Going on to play baseball just like Mike, except he'd be headed out west. And while this was only a short-lived side quest, as Kobe rejoins the league late in the 95 season, with the Bulls missing the playoffs, we may forever wonder, how many more could Bryant have won? Well, what we won't have to wonder is if he can get back to winning. Because in 1996, after adding Dennis Rodman to the roster, Chicago was right back where they left, taking over the league. And while they didn't win quite as many as the real-life 96 Bulls, they were still easily the best team in the ball.
Yeah,
going to
70
the
and
finals
12.
where they'd sweep David Robinson's San Antonio Spurs.
Damn.
Resuming their run of the 90s as Kobe earns ring number 4.
Okay.
And with a roster this dominant, there would be no point in adding extra fluff. Again, in 1997, they'd make it back to the finals easily for a third run-in against Karl Malone and the Jazz, which this time, with Rodman down low having the misfortune of getting physical with such a vile man, this rendition of the team's rivalry would end just the same as the others, with the
Rodzilla.
Bulls coasting by for another championship.
Dang, man.
Kobe's 5th, as they now look ahead
So
to the
he literally right on track to mirror Jordan's career, basically.
possibility of a
With one finals
three-peat.
loss.
But before we see if they're able to accomplish such a goal, we first need to talk a bit more about this season, because it is of course paired with the debut of Michael Jordan, officially entering the NBA as a rookie. And while all the media coverage was focused on the Bulls dynasty, MJ was quietly entering the spotlight
Let's go,
himself,
rookie.
putting up some outrageous numbers off the bench, which would be enough to not only edge Allen Iverson for Rookie of the Year, but it'd also be enough to claim the 6th Man of the Year, instantly catapulting
nice.
the Lakers into the top ranks of the NBA.
Okay, I like it. So they still had Eddie Jones starting. MJ's coming off the bench, and he's still putting up hella good numbers.
With the addition of a prime Shaq, who come the 1998 season, would help the Lakers and Jordan land the top seed, giving them home court advantage throughout the playoffs. playing into Jordan's favor, with an added confidence boost in front of his home fans, making it to the conference finals, where Shaq was getting his revenge against Hakeem Olajuwon. Meaning now, at only 19 years old and 2 seasons faster than Kobe, Jordan was making his first NBA Finals appearance, which would be setting the stage for one of the most hyped matchups ever. Kobe Bryant, at the back end of his career, was face-to-face against the young star with shockingly similar comparisons. And as you'd expect...
This is crazy. This is wild right here. I didn't expect this turn of events.
Two highly competitive stars would go at each other one-on-one, both looking to outscore the other, and while MJ's confidence was impressive at this stage, the veteran player Bryant clearly had the upper hand in the duel of the guards. So while O'Neal's sheer size and dominance down low would guarantee this would be a somewhat close series, in the end it was the Bulls coming in on top relatively easily, with more better stars and a deeper bench, cementing Bryant's NBA career, winning his 6th ring, setting the goal for his successor.
So it's looking like, I mean, we're going to throw in, I'm sure he's going to throw in those 2 Wizards years, but that's it. That's it. Jordan, so Kobe went 6 for 7 in the finals. That's still massive. That's 6-0 is better, obviously, but 6 for 7, you can't talk trash about that. That percentage is great.
Michael Jordan, who he would metaphorically pass the torch to here. But you have to wonder if he can live up to all that Kobe's accomplished, overcoming roadblocks like the Pistons and Celtics, falling short when everything seemed guaranteed, to only come back and retake the throne. History-defining moments like his Game 7 winner against the Suns, or even most recently, his completed three-peat here in 1998. It would undoubtedly be big shoes to fill, but if anyone could do it, it was Mike, and it wouldn't take long to prove it. Because the very next season, the Lakers would make another deep postseason run, getting to the conference finals where everything was going. The Lakers would make another deep postseason run, getting to the conference.
Oh, okay. I thought he stepped out.
Finals where everything was going as planned. LA was clicking, and with no Chicago dynasty waiting in the finals, this would be a no-brainer for their first ring. Except a young Tim Duncan had other plans. In just his 2nd season, already top 3 in MVP voting, and showing why here. Because despite LA taking a strong 2-1 lead early in the series, the Spurs were fighting back with their twin tower dynamic down low in the paint, eventually overcoming the deficit to advance to the NBA Finals themselves after 7.
Alright, it's not your time yet,
this
MJ.
would be the last roadblock for Jordan and the Lakers.
You got plenty of time.
The following season will result in another finals appearance, after the West featured no series worth mentioning, mostly due to the fact that Jordan was now propelling his game to the near 30 points per game mark, giving his team a massive lift compared to the last couple years. And when that's combined with the fact that Shaq was still in the thick of his prime, you'd get a Lakers team that would be practically unstoppable.
All right, there's one.
Not only smoking Philly in 2000
Hey, props to AI. You got 2 out of this.
First championship, but then again in a rematch the very next season, where this year in particular, the Lakers were hotter than ever before, sweeping Philadelphia to become repeat champions, backed by the duo of Jordan and Shaq.
This might get crazy, you guys. He might just stack rings on the Lakers.
With it beginning to look very possible that MJ could pass Kobe, because as of now, this team was playing like never before seen. The greatest playoff run of all time. Not a single loss for this Lakers team. And I promise I'm not trying to rush through Jordan's career, but there's simply not a lot to talk about. They are dominating everybody, and there's really not a lot of storylines to be had.
That's fair.
And they had no plans of stopping anytime soon. As in 2002, they'd be destroying everyone in their path through the Western playoffs for the 3rd year straight to get to the NBA Finals. This time against the Toronto Raptors, whose high-flying offense was fun to watch, but in the long run, no match for Shaquille O'Neal. As the Lakers go on to 3-peat, just like real life, and while so far it's been without question.
Okay, so MJ in this simulation gets drafted in 96, right? And then, so 5 years in, he's got 3 championships.
Shaq's team, Mike was still benefiting from the rings, already halfway to catching Kobe, who, speaking of, would actually make it to the NBA Finals in 2003.
What? All right, let's watch this.
Member of the Wizards. It was his 2nd year back in the NBA post-retirement, and in one final effort.
Oh, because no knee injury. Okay, yeah, the Wizards were actually doing really good that 2nd year until, well, not so much the 2nd year. I'm sorry, the 1st year. But if Jordan doesn't injure his knee, Yeah, they could have made a deep playoff run in the second year. Finals? I don't know about that, though.
Protect his legacy against Jordan, he'd be back for one last push. But at the end of the day, it would simply be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
as
true
this series
passing of
would
the torch
confirm
then.
the transition to a new face of the NBA. As not only would Mike win the series easily,
cow.
but he'd even be crowned as the finals MVP, signaling a transition of power in LA. As the next season would be Mike's
He's got
best of his
4.
career, exploding for well beyond 30 points per night during the regular season.
I'm not going to lie. I've always thought that if you threw a young Jordan in that situation, because the maturity that he had with Shaq and Phil and everything that went along with those Lakers teams, yeah, he'd have even more than 6 championships by far with that kind of a team.
And after the confidence of leading his team in the finals, it would appear Shaq may be taking a back seat. Wow, just
35-8-7.
Jordan already with an MVP way before Kobe got one in real life.
60% shooting, 45 from the 3. Insanity. 2.6 steals, 7.2 assists, 8 rebounds. Come on.
Absolutely ridiculous numbers. It's looking like he may be taking the reins of his team over Shaquille O'Neal. Then going on to win an unbelievable 5th championship in a row. Already in the blink of an eye, nearly catching Kobe's iconic Chicago 6 rings. But as Mike wins his 2nd Finals MVP, this dynasty was on the brink of collapse. Because after having the spotlight stripped from him, Shaq would force his way out of LA the following year, now going on to play in Miami, leaving Jordan all alone on the Lakers with no other star support. And while this would lead to one of the best seasons in NBA history, nearly averaging a triple-double while earning the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year award, it would also result in Mike's first season without making the playoffs, which was terrible timing because while this is happening, the rest of the league was moving forward with new stars ready to take over the NBA for themselves. Some that Jordan may even run into in the future.
Oh yeah, let's
and
go.
even Shaq, who would go on to win his 6th championship in Miami.
Why? Why can't we win one?
In 2006,
One.
backed by Dwayne Wade, which was a rough year for Jordan after losing in round 2 of the playoffs to Steve Nash and his
Huh? Oh, that's round 2. I don't give a damn about round 2. I care about the finals.
Phoenix Suns, only to have an even worse season in 07
Uh-oh.
with his worst
Not
record
working out with
yet.
Chris Bim, huh?
And as another year passes with a new champion being crowned, it was obvious LA needed to bring MJ some help, and they do.
What? We win the championship against LeBron? Okay, I'm satisfied with that one, 2K. Thank you. I needed that. That's great. That's the first time I've seen the Suns win a championship, even in a simulation.
Just that. The major addition to the roster in LA.
I'm happy
bringing
now.
in Pau Gasol to give
I don't care
MJ
what
a
else
much
happens.
needed second option. Another big man that he could rely on, just like the Shaq days. This breath of fresh air was exactly the revitalization that the Lakers needed, as Mike would have his best year since 2005, winning a 3rd MVP for his career, as the added offensive relief from Gasol opened up the game for him. But far more importantly, this new dynamic duo resulted in a night and day turnaround for LA, who would find themselves back with the 1st seed. Not wasting any time come the postseason, avoiding some of the West heavyweights throughout their run, but all they can do is play the teams in front of them. And as they get to the conference finals for the first time since 2004, they wouldn't let this moment slip away against a Dirk Nowitzki-led Mavs team, making it back to the NBA Finals, but their biggest challenge was still ahead of them, facing the Boston Celtics, who this year also revamped their roster. They'd still have their number 1 option, Paul Pierce, who has been a centerpiece for this franchise for years, but now they'd make moves to acquire Ray Allen as a sharpshooter threat. And then finally, we're rounding things out with one of the best big men in all of basketball, giving them the scariest group since ironically MJ and Shaq, as they go up 3-0.
Damn, man.
And while Jordan would give his best effort to make the greatest comeback in NBA history, winning the next 2 games in dominant fashion, it would only be a precursor to him running out of gas in Game 6. With Boston winning the title this year, now giving Jordan his first finals loss of his entire career.
All right.
Which after
This is getting a little wild.
winning so many rings in a row to kick off the decade, it was one of his biggest arguments in the GOAT debate against Kobe, who had lost multiple times.
Yeah. So far he hasn't won without Shaq, right?
wouldn't be as different as many thought, because every legend goes through stretches of adversity, and Mike was experiencing one here after winning his 4th MVP of his career, only to be shut down by the same team for the 2nd season in a row, leaving us to wonder, are Jordan's best years behind him already? And does he have enough left in the tank to pass Bryant? Well, time was certainly against him, but he'd have a positive mentality.
You know, disappointment to me, to win, you got to lose.
Yep.
To be successful, you got to have something that's not successful.
Now look could be exactly what Jordan needed going forward.
There is no light without
but it
the
would
dark.
be put to the test in a Game 7 in the finals the following year, having battled it out with the Celtics super team to a stalemate after 6 games, and even here in the 7th installment, it would be going a distance with no winner decided, and now over a decade into his career, we'd see how Jordan responds to the greatest pressure in sports.
Game 7.
Mike is in a Game 7 up by Toledo, his first opportunity to win a championship without Shaq. So far in his career, it's all been teamed up with Shaquille O'Neal. Now he has a chance to do it all on his own. Paul Pierce trying to back him down in the post. The Celtics still have time to come back here. Pierce the drive, draws the foul. With everything knotted all back up, we have to see if Jordan can will his team to the finish line. The spin move on Raida.
Wait, I'm really confused. This says Game 1. Am I tripping?
He had an open shot. He gets swatted. Wallace with the denial at the rim. LA, though, still 14 seconds left on the shot clock. They have an opportunity to make up for that mistake there. Derek Fisher with the ball now, getting the pick and roll with Pau Gasol. Fisher trying to drive it in on Rondo. Only 6 seconds left. You have to do something. Derek Fisher has to go with his layup.
Good job,
Derek
Fishhead.
Fisher, the unlikely hero, gives LA the lead. Paul Pierce and the Celtics coming back down again. A minute and a half left in this game. They're trying to tie it back up or take the lead now. Pierce finds Wallace for 3.
Oh.
It rattles out. They catch a break. Jordan with it now on the break. Up by 2, trying to extend the lead.
Him.
Mike
Get
on the
him.
way.
Oh, wow.
Jordan with the slam for the 4-point edge. What a finish by Michael Jordan there. Paul Pierce now coming around the screen. Pierce, a wide open right side. Gets to the paint. His lay too easy. It looks like down the stretch of this game, it's Paul Pierce versus Michael Jordan. They're going at each other.
As it should be.
Looking to score on both ends of the
got
floor.
Ray
Mike
Allen.
has a wide open paint.
Ooh, big time
Pierce
foul.
the hard foul. Luckily, Jordan does hit both free throws. They're holding the Celtics at bay as Pierce goes for the behind the back move. Still a 2-possession game. They have some wiggle room here, but you don't want to make a mistake if you don't have to. Paul Pierce, Odom on him. Paul Pierce,
Ooh.
a tough finish. Behind him is
That was a
there to
good
protect
take.
the rim. The Lakers now have an opportunity for the dagger.
Oh.
The full court pass almost gets picked off. You have to be careful down the stretch of a Game 7. 46
take care of the
seconds
ball.
left in this game. You have to hang on.
Take
They
care of
lose
the
it. Rondo
ball.
to steal. Rondo gets it. Ray Allen on the
crap.
fast break. The Celtics looking to
35
lower his
seconds.
lead. Kevin Garnett crashed into the paint.
Oh,
His tough
left-hander.
hook. That is an insane shot attempt. 2-point game. Boston could foul that could play defense. Just like that, the Lakers lose this solid lead that they have. If you can hang on, you're NBA champions. But otherwise, this series could be over in the blink of an eye. Bynum in the paint.
What?
Another turnover. They're fighting for it. Allen gets
What is this?
it. Ray Allen now. Michael Jordan is on him. Only trailing by 2. The Celtics have an opportunity. Paul Pierce with it. Pierce serving the field. Odom on him.
down,
Paul
load
Pierce
him.
the truth. He's going for the tire, possibly
5
the win.
seconds.
Sizing him
No
up.
way.
Pierce the drive. Pierce.
Good block.
He gets the 9. Power with the rebound.
That was big time
What
defense
a
by
block
Lamar.
by Odom. Gasol's first free throw is good. If Powell can hit the second free throw, this one is over. As long as you don't foul a 3-point shooter for an and-1. Powell, the biggest free throw of his
Clutch.
life is good. Timeout. At
Yeah,
this
don't
point,
play
just
defense.
leave them literally
Just don't
wide
play
open and you
defense.
win it. You almost gave away the game with multiple turnovers. Do not mess up
No,
again.
don't
Just
even-
leave
yeah,
them
don't
open.
even
Rondo
contest
for
it.
3. No foul. It's over. It's over. With that huge win, MJ claims his 6th ring, enough to tie everything up with the Mamba, leaving us with only one more question. Can he pass him with 7? Well, it'd be difficult to say, as in 2011, they lose a hard-fought series in the playoffs against the Spurs, and then in 2012, they'd come up just short again against the young, eager OKC Thunder, leading to 2013. Realistically, Jordan's last chance at 7, with the addition of Steve Nash to the group, and more notably, Dwight Howard. This new look three-headed beast in LA was for sure the best team Mike has had in years, and the standings would show it. Also supported by the fact that this year, in the playoffs, they have that extra edge needed to get past some of the great opponents in their path, but even after winning the conference, there would still be doubts about if they had a chance come to finals against the toughest foe of Jordan's career. Oh yeah,
the big three.
The greatest that's ever played the game when it comes to scoring, assists, rebounds, so forth and so on.
Is he an all-time great scorer? No, he is the all-time greatest scorer.
He is the best all-around player of all time. He's not far.
Oh yeah, there's no question.
All right, I'll give him that.
Finally, the most anticipated matchup of all time was happening. And just for context, after this season, MJ would still play great for years, but with no other finals appearances, he'd enter retirement with this being his last hope at Ring 7.
Crap.
So with the stakes established, Michael was pushing his game and body to its absolute limits. Against an aged Dwayne Wade, he was filling up the scoreboard, leading everyone in the series in points per night. The only issue was that on the other side was a prime LeBron James, looking for his own passing of the torch moment, much like Kobe to MJ in '98. So with everything to prove for his own personal legacy,
LeBron, it's going to Steph. It was never going to you.
He matched Jordan in every aspect of the game, locking the series up after 4, leading us to a Game 5, where the winner of this installment more than likely will win the series. So it should be unsurprising that with both sides understanding the caliber of this game, it will boil down to the final possessions.
All right, guys, one more in the comments. Who you got? Who you got? Who do I got? I know what I want. I'm going with what I want. Screw it. Let's go Lakers.
One side able to come out on top. Jordan and the Lakers are in a crucial Game 5. They have the lead by 3 right now.
The young big 3 against an old big 3.
Miami does have the ball with an opportunity to reduce that deficit. D-Wade with Mike on him. Wade trying to get open. One-on-one with Jordan. Wade, the half spin, driving to the paint, still nowhere to go. They finally get it to LeBron. LeBron decides to go in the post versus World Peace.
That's good. You can live with that all day.
It's no good. Wade with the rebound. The Lakers are now in great shape for a chance to extend the lead. Mike going all the way, draws the foul.
There you go.
And as Mike does sink both free throws for a 5-point lead, the Lakers could win this game with defense from here on out. If you can get some stops, this one is over. Dwayne Wade, he's getting the screen for Chris Bosh. Wade serving the field, driving to the paint. He does find Bosh. Dwight's defense is there. Miami resetting the offense. They couldn't get anything out of that, unfortunately.
On D-Wade.
They go to Chalmers, wide open for 3. Chalmers.
Oh, crap. What a big shot.
Chalmers gets it to go. Makes it a 2-point game now.
Come on,
all of a sudden, the Lakers are back against the wall yet again. Only up by 2 to behind the back move. Over Wade for the lay. Jordan, the huge basket, gets him ahead in the driver's seat up 4. Every time Miami seems to inch a little bit closer, Jordan keeps it out of reach with a big-time basket or play. Dwayne Wade with it again. LeBron, not a lot of touches down the stretch. Another screen from Bosh. Wade, the pull-up 3.
No.
Wade, it's no good. Dwight with the rebound. Jordan all by himself in the corner. They miss him. Slowing things down is the Lakers.
Get a good shot.
With it. They get it to Jordan's. The pump fake. Pow. Had an open look. Did not decide to take the 3. The double teams are coming. Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh fouls. We get a little bit of a hack-a-shack situation here with Dwight Howard. He did hit the first free throw, though. Gave him a 5-point edge. Free throw number 2, possibly the biggest of his career. He gets that one to go. And as the Heat are down 6 with 40 seconds left, you pretty much have to score here. This one might as well be over. It looks like they're going to wait yet again. No LeBron. Another possession for Dwayne. The spin move. His lay over Mike. Jordan's defense there. He gets fouled. And Jordan's going to take these last couple of free throws. And this game is all but over. After such a huge win, the Lakers wouldn't let their feet off the gas. This was their moment, and they were going to take advantage of it, clashing with the Heat's big 3 in one final game,
what a way
all to conclude this series. With the Lakers, for the 7th time in Jordan's career, being crowned as the champions of the NBA.
What a way to
Mike's
go.
done enough to surpass Kobe's shadow. And regardless if most of the rings came while playing with another MVP player, he without a doubt proved he could get it done on his own down the stretch. So with the final tallies in, you'll have to decide who had the better career. Was it the Mamba with the Bulls, or does Jordan take this one home as a member of
4, 6, 7, 4, 4, 7? Man, I don't even. That's
the Lakers.
They're both so great. What? That background, dude. Whoops. Oh, man. I like the premise of that one, too. I forced LeBron to stay in Cleveland his entire career. Oh man. Okay, I gotta get some rest, you guys. I am so happy the Suns won a championship in this simulation. That's all I care about. The Jordan and the Kobe thing, you can basically cancel them out, you know, because in reality, Jordan did have some more help in this simulation. You know, he stacked those rings with a prime Shaq. But then he came back and just like Kobe did and proved he can do it without Shaq. But yeah, man, that was a fun simulation. Good to see Kobe get 6, and crazy to see MJ get 7, especially conquering. You know, he conquered the Kobe's Bulls. Then he had to go about and conquer the Miami Big 3, which is what a crazy career if you're doing all that in one lifetime. Anyways, you guys, I gotta get some rest. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be good to go. But I'm gonna take it day by day and see how it goes. All right, guys, I will see you all in the comments. I look forward to it. Like the vid if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Hit that subscribe plus if you want to become a member. And most importantly, be water, my friends.